everyone. Welcome back to the Dysfunctional podcast. As always, I'm Griffin, and we also have Ryan here today.
Ryan Stanley.
And we have a special guest today. Very special indeed.
Special.
It's our good friend Aiden.
Aiden Brotman. He
What's up, you piece of human garbage?
He has been begging to come onto the podcast.
I was not a beg. It was
He's
more
been
of a
begging
plea.
on his. He has done horrible things that
begging
he cannot
implies
name.
that I was like on my knees.
Yeah, he kissed my toes.
You were for. Never mind.
I mean,
Each one
there
of them.
might have been kissing, toe kissing, but
Toe sucking.
No,
not like
begging.
that. Not like that.
But that wasn't-
to do with
There was some
This-
suckage.
There was nothing to do with
There
this
was
podcast.
some suckage of toes. We cannot confirm nor deny.
It has very little to do with this podcast. Anyway.
We can neither confirm nor deny
Okay,
that
well,
there was
what
suckage
we
of
do,
toes.
what we do in our free time is up to us. So anyway,
yes.
podcast. How are you, Aiden?
I had a good. I mean, yes, I'm in really good shape.
You are in
That's
good
debatable.
shape. You are good.
Yeah.
No, he is in good shape. I saw him the other day swimming.
I saw him
Yeah.
naked
He's in
through
decent
his window. I live in a tree outside his house. Yes, I do.
The Griffin's like the dysfunctional side.
I'm honestly more
And then I'm
dysfunctional.
the polar
Still-
opposite.
No,
Ryan, you're honestly not
if they had-
dysfunctional.
if you had a podcast and it was just Griffin, it would probably be anarchy. Like,
Oh my god.
That's true.
I would be.
I'm like, it's like the yin and yang, like the light and the dark.
I would be on the
keep
government
Griffin
watch list within a
Yeah.
week.
in
I'd
balance.
be
they'd be after you.
I'd be Alex
They'd be-
Jones on Infowars.
They'd
I'd
be
be like,
after you.
you listen to me here. They're putting chemicals in the water. They're turning the frogs gay.
That's right. You're gonna be a flight risk, like in the
Dude,
matter of
No,
days.
I'm gonna be on the no-fly list. No airline's gonna let me on.
You heard stories about guys on the no-fly list?
Really?
Wait.
What? Wait.
Have you ever heard actual?
Is Alec Baldwin on the no-fly list?
Supposedly, they put people on the no-fly list that don't belong on the no-fly list.
Well,
like individuals.
I remember when Alec
Yeah.
Baldwin got taken off a plane because he wouldn't stop
Actually-
playing Words with Friends.
What Words with Friends?
Or like Scrabble or something. He was playing something on his phone and he refused to stop.
Alex
and they had to
Baldwin.
take him off the
What
plane.
was Alex Baldwin in?
30 Rock, a lot of things.
Love 30
Glenn
Rock.
Gary,
That's
Glenn
enough.
Ross.
Yeah.
It's like Donald Trump.
Glenn
now.
Gary, Glenn
Right,
Ross.
yeah.
Which is a movie about like the
Yeah,
stock
30
market.
Rock's good though.
Yeah,
Who's the
yeah.
guy in 30 Rock with the red hair?
There is no one red hair.
Yes, 30
You're
Rock.
talking about Jack McBrayer?
With Tina Fey and like all of them, yes, there was a guy
sorry.
with red hair, and he talks like this, and he's like the
You talk-
servant to all.
You're talking about Jack McBrayer.
Bro, like-
Yeah, he's like the high-pitched, super nice one who's in Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he's in Wreck-It Ralph.
He was in Wreck-It Ralph. No.
Wreck-It Ralph was good the first one. I never saw the
Yeah,
second.
it's
though.
weird when you like watch a cartoon.
Oh my God.
You can't connect a name to a face. Like you listen to the cartoon character speak, and
Oh yes, and then
like
too
you
like,
don't know
yeah.
who
or
it
you
is.
listen to the cartoon and then you'll Google like who the character is or like the real actor is, and you're like, they look like that.
They
Like,
look like
it
that.
shatters like
Yeah,
it's
no,
like
it's so
like,
weird.
It's like some black guy. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Jeez!
Yeah, it's
I saw a clip of like this person meeting the SpongeBob voice cast, and like I know what SpongeBob's voice actor looks like. It's Tom Kenny. He's like I know what he looks like, but like Patrick is voiced by like some fat dude, which was nice. Mr. Krabs is voiced by like this
Can I just
some
say
old
that
dude.
we've only done, we're not even, this is like our third episode. In every episode, SpongeBob has kind of one way or another.
Well,
like,
SpongeBob's universal, man.
it is universal,
I mean,
but like,
dang.
it seems like
you can apply it to anything. What's going to happen when our kids are like growing up?
They're not going to be watching SpongeBob because it's bad.
There's going to be no SpongeBob.
there will be, but it'll be bad.
The new SpongeBob's are
It'll be
bad.
called SpongeBob, and then like
Have
it'll
you
be
seen
lame.
the stuff that's coming out? Okay, so
It's
Hudson,
called Spoongebill.
Hudson? Aiden
Right?
has a younger brother named
Hudson. Yes, he's 10 years old and he still watches cartoons.
Yes.
Yeah, I
But
still
there
do.
was a cartoon that he watched. Remember Total Drama Island?
Yes.
There is like Total Drama Island babies now. Like it's baby version. It's like
What made that necessary?
I know.
Nothing,
Like
they just
why
wanna
is
milk
that?
it.
It
And,
started because it was like making fun of the reality shows, and it was like actually somewhat like teen type show. Like, and now it's a baby show.
Yes.
That
The
makes
fact
no
that-
sense.
I feel
I know.
like this
That makes
is
no sense for
ensuring
the
your brother
characters and what
for
it
his
was.
demise.
Yes.
Yeah, like I feel like this is polluting your brother's brain, probably.
I bet he watches
Yeah.
Teen
I don't
Titans
know.
Go.
I don't know what else he watches.
I bet he watches Teen Titans Go.
I think he does.
Dude.
Well, the old one or the new one?
The new one.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but you know what
That
was
one's
like
horrible.
essential to my childhood was Go Diego Go and Dora
Go
the
Diego
Explorer.
Go and Dora the Explorer were amazing.
Yeah. Yo Gabba Gabba was where I was.
Oh,
at.
Yo
Gabba
Gabba Gabba.
I watched
DJ.
Dora.
What was his name? DJ.
I watched a lot of Cartoon Network.
I just knew
when
he
I
was
little.
out of place in that
No,
kind of show.
When I was little, I watched a lot of Cartoon Networks. Like I watched a lot of Adventure Time and Regular Show. Looking back at Regular Show, in like the first season or two, like they were like there was a lot of dirty stuff, like a lot of like violent stuff that like they had to cut out in like later seasons because like when it first started, like they didn't really have a lot of regulation, I guess, or like censorship on some of the stuff. So like in the first like Halloween type episode that they did, it was like Terror Tales of the Park. One of the characters gets skinned.
That's very insane.
And SpongeBob too was like super violent sometimes, like and weird.
It's kind of predictable.
What?
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, I want to talk about a movie that me and Aiden saw. I'm not sure if Griffin saw this.
What?
Was Shazam.
Oh, I didn't see that. I wanted to. I heard it was good.
All right, so for those, like, I'm
feet away from the mic.
Wait, no.
No, it's fine. I don't
Say
think
ASMR.
Do you
No one
think
wants to
they'd
hear
be
your
able to smell my dirty feet through the microphone?
smell-o-vision. Everyone connect your smell-o-vision
4D.
now.
Everyone on your 4D
4D glasses, and then you can smell.
Everyone, the freaking priest.
Oh, dude, I saw
4 dimensions.
Oh yes, that was. I literally when he said that, me and Aiden looked at each other.
I didn't know what to
And
make
I was
of
like,
that, dude.
What? Because I was like, I agree with you that we're not like insignificant specks.
But like
of dust,
the okay, so just to clarify, today we go to a Catholic school, so we go to mass every week. And today the priest was talking in like about the universe and everything, and he was saying that the universe is finite, right, guys? And
yes,
and that
I was like, what?
He was trying to show that we all had meaning in the
ridiculous.
universe.
I think that the world, or it's not.
Yeah, he said that. Like,
I was like, if I were you, Mr. Priest, I wouldn't talk about quantum physics.
It just doesn't.
Listen,
make sense
I'm not
to me.
going to talk about the gospel.
I saw
meaning of the Bible.
Ant-Man, like.
Yeah, he's like, guys, I saw Ant-Man. Let me tell you
I've
all
seen
about
Ant-Man.
it.
I've seen Endgame. I know how this works.
Spoiler alert. Don't see.
I didn't say anything.
He didn't say anything. He didn't say anything.
Oh yeah, that we this podcast would go right down the hole if
we get down to brass tacks here.
Can't spoil things. If you haven't seen Endgame, go see it.
If you haven't seen Endgame, go see Endgame.
It's good.
It's gonna be. I wonder how much money.
It's gonna be the best movie ever made.
It's not gonna make more than Avatar.
It's gonna be the best we ever did.
It's the best one I've ever seen. Trust me, I know all the movies. It's beautiful.
Cool.
It's big. It's beautiful. It's bright.
Yeah, so
Griffin.
next time on Trumpcast,
Next time with the Donald Trump podcast,
we should.
we're going to have Dirty Hillary talking about her emails. She's disgusting. I hate her. But she's gonna be a wonderful guest. And then in the coming episodes, we're going to have Alex Jones. Great friend of mine.
Greatest Mexican
Donald Trump impersonator.
Donald Trump impersonator.
I don't think that's accurate, probably.
PSA: Griffin is Mexican.
Yeah, I've established this in the past 2 podcasts.
Even though he can't speak Mexican.
I can't
Spanish.
speak Mexican.
Let's say Spanish.
Speak English.
Spanglish.
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 Yeah,
I'm pretty good at
Spanglish.
Spanglish.
Oh yeah, hola.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hola. It would be como are you? Spanglish.
Oh yeah, I don't like.
How
Spanglish. Forget it.
Como
Spanglish.
are you?
Stop it! I'm gonna kill you.
This sucks. Stop this.
So anyway, Aiden here is somewhat of a musician.
I do play. I play trumpet, and if you need me to, I can probably
Host
play
your
every other
wife's,
instrument.
ex-wife's, children's.
Yes,
I will play
actually.
at your
This-
illegitimate child's
Oh
birthday
yeah,
party.
wait. Do we want to like promote Aiden real quick here?
What?
Go to www.aidenbrotman.com.
What? Oh, in
Well, with your music,
I
your
remember
trumpet.
that. Remember when
Oh,
you had
I
your
guess
photography
no.
thing?
What I was gonna say was last Saturday. I'm not doing no. I'm priceless. You can't buy me.
That's true. Okay, sorry.
No
sorry.
way. You
This
can't.
isn't a
No, I'm
prostitution.
kidding.
You can't buy me.
Okay, so what was it? What were we just talking about?
Trumpet.
Right.
Saturday.
So the trumpet Saturday. So on Saturday.
Oh yes, this is a good story. I'm glad you're telling this.
Did you hear about this?
Yes.
What
Just
happened?
continue.
Well, I'm playing trumpet at the Pops concert.
Yeah, I was there.
I'm playing trumpet at the Pops concert.
Orchestra concert, not Pops concert.
Sorry, the Pops concert is going to be great. What are you?
It will be good.
Nothing. I'm playing with the lights.
Playing trumpet at the Pops orchestra concert. The theme was space, and so we did all these different arrangements.
Oh, I heard you guys practicing. You did 2001:
It was
Space
super
Odyssey.
cool. It was we did a couple things we did the Blue Danube, and we did Mars and
Yes.
Jupiter by Gustav Holst. And
It was very cool.
And then we did Rhapsody in Blue, and I had this huge solo in Rhapsody in Blue that I didn't play because during one of the songs I started to feel like this pain in my lip. By the way, trumpet. I think so. Is probably the hardest instrument. Like it is something that takes.
Well, buddy,
years
let
of
me tell you
experience.
something about the triangle.
Like
Well, okay, so
Your wrist from the triangle.
I don't know.
So
I don't know about
toned.
Griffin, but I, on my own, have played acoustic guitar, piano, and violin, and I think probably the hardest is violin.
I would say that violin is up there with one of the hardest, but trumpet is incomparable because it's literally just like it's like muscle building.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
You can't make a sound. I couldn't make a
You're
sound
gonna
out
have
of the
big-
trumpet.
Your buccinator muscles.
Year and a half.
Are
Anyway,
you gonna have big cheeks like Louis Armstrong one day?
Louis Armstrong doesn't have big cheeks.
Yes,
You know
he
Louis
did.
Armstrong smoked weed. You know Louis Armstrong smoked weed. He smoked weed.
Yeah, they all
A lot.
musicians.
All of the jazz
Bob
musicians.
Marley, like all you know.
Probably. I mean, hey,
No, I think he like Louis Armstrong said he was going to quit music if
really.
yes, he was going to quit music if they continued with marijuana prohibition.
Wow.
And then he
Okay,
didn't.
back to the story.
Okay, back to the story.
Back
So
to
you were
the
saying you had herpes.
So yeah, that's where I was at. No, okay, Saturday. Saturday, I'm sitting in a seat, right, and we're playing our music, and I feel like this pain in my mouth, and I'm like, what is this? And then like I take my trumpet away from my mouth, and there's blood, like
all over your trumpet.
all over my trumpet
Yes.
mouthpiece, and I like
Jeez.
my mouth, like I can taste the iron, you know, the penny taste,
Yeah.
and then I like spit it all over the ground, and I'm spitting blood onto the ground. And it won't stop. And then I just keep playing the songs that we had
The
left.
show must go on.
But I can't play a lot of the music that we have, so that was sad. But because we had been working on it for so long.
You were pretty bummed
So-
about this.
Yes.
So this is when you
Yes.
discovered you had HIV.
Yes, this is Griffin. What are you talking about?
What? I'm just.
What
That is a private thing for him to discuss on his own time.
Just so you guys know, Aiden has HIV. Don't touch him. He's contagious.
very
He's
serious.
sterile.
Anyway, so Aiden was fairly bummed that he didn't get to do the pieces that he wanted to play.
Yes. I was bummed, and but I was kind of proud of myself afterwards because breaking a lip or busting a lip playing trumpet is something that only happens to people that
To write a passage.
yeah, of
Yes.
course.
Really?
Yes, it's like an initiation.
You're a true trumpet
Does
player.
that
Yes.
happen? So that happens to a lot of people.
Yeah, well, actually, the best trumpet players that's happened to, there was one guy, because trumpets sometimes what they'll do is they'll get together and they'll play songs, but they won't play songs, they'll just play high notes and see
Yes,
who can
yeah.
play the highest note. And one trumpeter, one of my favorites, his name is Freddie Hubbard. He busted his lip open and could never play the same way again because he wouldn't
Oh.
stop playing. And,
Really?
and he was bleeding everywhere. Same
Oh
thing.
my god.
Same thing as me. So I have battle scars now, and it still hasn't healed. And I'm starting to wonder if I need stitches.
You probably
Really?
don't because you're not still bleeding.
Let's see your lip.
We're doing a medical
Oh, yeah,
examination.
It's a
here.
little. He's got a little spot where you can see.
Yeah, no, you
But
should
yeah,
be
no,
fine.
you
Yeah, it's a lot better now than
Stitches
it
are
was.
fine,
It was a lot,
buddy.
it's a lot better now.
I mean, I think a lot of instruments, so they have that kind of moment where you're like, oh, I've actually really invested enough time. Like, you know, guitar players, you have crazy calluses on your hands. Drummers
Yeah, like on your
break their
fingers
sticks.
especially.
Yes.
Violinists break their bow. It's like all part of it.
Speaking of drums, you ever seen Whiplash?
Oh my god,
No.
that's my favorite movie.
I've never seen
Whiplash is insane. Like there are parts where like he'll be drumming for so long and so hard, like his hands will start bleeding. and You need to put
It's
them in
awesome.
ice.
It's super.
It's a crazy movie. It's insane.
So Whiplash is about a jazz student at Schaefer Conservatory, which is a fictional jazz conservatory.
is this now a movie review?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
No, it's fine.
I'm
It's fine.
kidding,
This is
I'm
all
just
part of the
kidding,
podcast.
We should try to see if live stream was working now.
Oh, yes. Here. You want to grab Aiden's phone?
Yeah.
This is gonna,
We can set it up right.
this is gonna be weird because
Okay. Well, we're doing this
whoever's gonna listen
podcast.
to this podcast is gonna be like, oh,
Yeah, once I install it, I just gotta install Instagram again because I'm on Exodus and only like 8 more days.
you know, this is funny. This is funny for the audience because we're like, you know, people. This will answer a lot of questions. Be like, people.
Well, maybe we should live stream the next time Aiden's on the podcast because I feel like we.
Instagram.
So far, this is going really. I mean, we're only 15 minutes in. I just feel like we've been.
Well, we're not gonna live stream like the whole thing, like 5 minutes or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Because then that would kind
Well,
of.
then it'll
detract.
take away from the podcast.
Yeah, exactly. We don't want to do that.
Oh,
And this explanation as well, but anyway.
no, but like you guys may have heard that Aiden said he's on Exodus, which is Aiden. Do you want to explain what exactly that is?
I mean, dude,
Yeah,
you don't have to.
It's
I mean,
like
you don't have to, but,
it's all about limiting yourself, making sure that you're not you don't have any excess of anything. I was just in Japan recently, and
Oh yes, can you talk about your Japan
please talk about
trip?
Japan a little bit.
yeah, Japan. Oh my gosh, so Japan.
This is
Well,
great.
hold on.
Actually,
First, finish talking about Exodus, then let's talk about Japan.
because I'm actually very. This is
it's
a great guest, Aiden Brotman on the
Oh,
podcast.
so I was in Japan like a week ago ish, maybe 2 weeks ago, over spring break.
Yes.
And I was only there for 10 days, but like you would expect, it is like everything's different there. Like
Really?
Japan,
Culture shock.
on the other side of the world, total culture shock. Like the way that people act is one of the most different things.
Just totally different, like, social structure.
Well, yeah. Well, we went to Kyoto, which was like which is like more of a village,
It's
like where all the
nicer.
culture is.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's like
it's more traditional.
monasteries.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Not,
it's
not,
where all the-
not the hustle and
Zen-
bustle. of
Not the
Tokyo.
big, like, cities and neon
Tokyo
lights
and stuff like
crap.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, away from, like, what you'd think is mainstream type
Yes,
stuff.
yeah.
Okay.
So Japan. Okay, so the food was exactly what you would expect. It's like fish everywhere. I got sick of the fish after a while. I like ordered the sushi platter my first night at the Four Seasons, and
Four Seasons.
my first night at the Four Seasons.
Very, very fancy stuff.
I ordered-
You're really exploring, aren't you?
My first night at the Four Seasons, and I was great. And then the next day I tried, and then I almost vomited because eating seafood for 2 days in a row is hard enough for us.
Well, I mean, you're gonna end up getting, like, if you eat too much seafood, you might end up getting mercury poisoning, dude. I mean,
I guess. Well, technically, not in Japan.
Japan has extremely high.
Oh yeah, quality.
So we have
ratings,
the
all
FDA here, but
There's
Japan,
just like, especially for fish because it's such a huge market.
Japan's
there.
FDA
Yeah.
is like
Oh, okay, yeah, I'd assume.
the FDA and the CIA had a baby, and that was Japan's food
For all
drug.
the fish.
Yes, exactly. I mean, Aiden was telling me that basically service for them is of the highest priority.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I guess we're gonna start up the live stream here.
All right.
So there'll be 5 minutes, and it'll be quite strange. Oh, right.
Oh
cool.
no, not right at the balls. Wait, let's
Oh.
move this to
Jeez.
here. Great.
Great.
It's on wheels. You're gonna have to drag this. Okay, sorry. We're just setting up a chair so we can live stream this partially.
This is great content.
Hold on. We'll use my
Use
phone.
your phone. Do you think let's keep it from going now?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh,
I think that works.
Hold
That
on,
works.
hold on.
We're good.
Sorry for everyone listening to the podcast.
go live. Ready?
Ready? Let's go live.
2, 1, and I'll continue my.
Well, now the podcast is live. Oh,
You're now live.
We're now live on the podcast.
Oh, okay.
You're now live.
I guess
We're
maybe
live
now
streaming.
it's like
Wow.
now it's more of a show.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a show.
You know, we ignore the
We ignore the forget about it.
because this is a podcast and all we're doing is talking to each other, right? Like
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
Yes.
it's just a conversation, really.
the glasses.
Yes, I'm just putting on
Okay.
the glasses.
Okay.
Okay, anyway, back to Japan.
Back to Japan. So Japan was really good, only because the people were super nice and like the service that they give you is unlike any other place. Like
Yeah.
you drop something on the ground, forget about it. Like don't try to pick it up
Yeah,
because
really?
they're going to pick it up for you. That's the way it is there. And like
Every
They're not like
restaurant
us-
is like a 5-star.
They're not like us
Yes,
50 Americans.
yes, but the 5-star restaurants are interesting because as you get like higher on the Michelin star ratings,
Yes.
the restaurants start getting uglier and uglier.
Really?
Like they start getting more and more traditional.
Traditional, yeah.
So they start getting like
okay.
older looking, and they start getting like really. Like there's this one place that we went to because we were with Austin. My older brother
Yeah.
Austin, he's in a wheelchair, and so we were pushing him around, and I was lifting him in and out of cars and carrying him up the stairs that weren't accessible because they don't have those. They don't have those
Yeah.
like what is it
They-
called?
they don't have-
Handicap.
They don't have handicap
amenities,
stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
They don't have a
actually,
lot of
I want to
handicap
correct myself. They don't
accessible
have handicap amenities where we were.
Specifically.
In the grand scheme of things, they're extremely accessible. That's one of the reasons why we were there. Because
Kyoto-
Austin was checking out
is a
Kyoto
little
University.
behind.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
why.
Really?
And I was, and
For like a
supposedly,
semester abroad? type
yeah,
thing?
supposedly I'm going to be doing
Wow.
a semester abroad.
Oh, that'd be cool, actually.
Yeah, totally. I'm going to be doing a semester abroad. Not a semester abroad. I'm going to be doing like an internship. Like maybe if I do a gap year, if
Mhm.
Austin does a semester abroad in Kyoto, he's going to go to Kyoto University, and then I'm going to move there with him for like 6 months, and I'll
Oh.
live in Japan
Dude, that'd be
for like
awesome.
half a year.
Dude, now it's just
That'd be
like
awesome
the
living in Austin
plot
and
of Fast
Japan.
and the Furious Tokyo Drift. It's the exact same thing.
This sounds like a movie to me.
Yes.
So, two brothers, one in a wheelchair, and it goes to some crazy antics.
Crazy.
Crazy.
And then
You lose Austin.
yeah, well, that's the thing is like these restaurants, they're so old. They're rocky and they don't have any steps. It's not like modern. Like if you go to
Yeah.
like New York,
It's all the stuff from 1,000 years
It's all this stuff from 1,000 years ago, and they have these super delicate looking like fountains and sculptures
Yes.
and
Just,
everything's
like,
set up
gross.
everywhere. All the plants look taken care of, the bonsai trees, and you go through and you sit down, and then all of a sudden you see like there's an octopus like in your face and it's moving.
Did you eat live octopus?
Yes.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Yes, I
I'm
did.
very-
I had some interesting experiences.
Wow.
With food.
New
At one point,
experience.
Dude, I don't know if I'd do that. That'd be.
they were
that'd be
selling.
too gross.
It starts with a B, but it's horse.
Yes.
You ate horse.
Starts with a B.
I did.
You ate horse.
I did.
Starts with a B. It consists of horse.
Because a lot of, like Aiden was saying, that's like a completely different thing there. Like the culture is so much different.
It's so much different.
I mean the food especially. I think.
Yes, it's so incredible though because they're so work oriented. I've heard of people that go to Japan and they're white. And then they fall in love with some Japanese woman,
You were talking
and then
about
right, and then they start a family, and then the guy like is supposedly Japan is like a racist country,
Really?
racist toward foreigners. Like
Yes.
in Japan,
okay,
it's very
yeah,
contained. They want to
yeah.
preserve their culture, and so
Yeah.
if you try to get into like I don't know their jazz clubs, they won't let you in because
You're gaijin.
you don't know how to speak
You're
That is very
Japanese.
xenophobic.
They don't want any tourists. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Let's use xenophobic, not racist.
Yeah, that's a better word.
They
Smarter
just don't
word.
like the outside and the foreign. Okay.
Yes.
I get
yeah.
it.
Anyway, that's kind of the only reason why I would be intimidated with going back to Japan. But
Go to
otherwise,
Europe. There's white folks.
Well, I think like what you were saying, like you ate live octopus, you ate horse. I think an important part of like traveling anywhere really is like
Just trying to
if you
actually doing that.
yeah, if you want the most out of any experience, you
Yeah.
want to put your whole thing into it,
Dude,
even
you
if
should
it
have
might
gone
suck at
to
the
a
time.
Japanese 7-Eleven. Apparently they're insane.
I
supposedly, like
I
he was
texted him
me
about this
this.
when he was in Japan.
And
I
I'm
was like,
texting Ryan, and he is, and he's sending me pictures of Japan, like when I'm in Japan.
yeah.
Dude, look at this. Yeah, I know. I'm standing right next to it, but dude, no, look at this.
No, so when I was in spring break, I was in San Diego, and so San Diego, big harbor city. You know, naturally they have certain Japanese monuments there. So I was like taking pictures of these Japanese monuments, and I was sending them to Aiden. It's like, Aiden, I'm in Japan right here with you. And then also like someone sent me a video that you sent them, but didn't send to me, and I was like, hey Aiden, here's this thing. Like I was trying to trick you, think that I was in Japan. I mean, I just thought it'd be fun.
What if you actually did travel to Japan without telling Aiden? You were just by yourself.
I would have totally done that.
What if you ran into Ryan on the streets of Japan just randomly?
I would try the.
Ryan!
When we're older,
He
I
just
would
went
try to.
Aiden-kun.
Ni hao.
Aiden
Oh wait,
this.
shoot, that's okay.
Watashi wa
Arigato.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Oh gosh.
Okay. The other thing about Japan, you go there, everything is super clean. Like there's nothing
Really?
on the
Just like,
ground anywhere. There's no trash.
Crazy
There's
on
no
cleanliness
trash.
and hygiene. Type
No,
stuff.
they're super clean.
Well, I know that the Japanese like rule. I don't know if it's all.
It's like
I don't know if it's a lot of-
$1,000.
I don't know if it's a lot
litter.
of no, but I don't know if it's a lot of Asian countries. But I know the Japanese are very much about like preserving themselves, like when it comes to Asian
It's not.
stuff. Like,
it's not just
like
Japan.
they have crazy beauty products
Who has-
and stuff too. Like
who has those high standards. So my grandparents, they traveled to Singapore a couple years ago.
oh, Singapore's the strictest.
Yeah,
when it
and
comes
so
to-
essentially,
Okay.
they witnessed this
No.
guy drop a Doritos bag on the ground and leave it, and he walks away. And then the
Oh, God.
the authorities witness him. They take up the Doritos bag, they take out bamboo rods, and they start beating him.
Oh
in the
no no
streets.
no! I heard about this story where this guy, this American kid who
This
was
is
like a
not a lie.
graffiti artist, he went to Singapore and he tagged a wall. But these people found the authorities found him, and what they do, their punishment is they cane you. But the thing is, there's no set of like a specific punishment for this type of thing. So like it's not like you littered, you get like 5 hits. No, they hit you until they think you've learned your lesson. So if you get a dude who's just having a bad day, he's like, I'm done with everything, and he's like, he did not just drop that Doritos bag, and he comes over and beats the ever-living crap out of you.
Yeah.
Like he has the right to do that.
It's scary. It's
It's,
crazy.
it's interesting how it's translated like here in America.
Yeah.
That's not.
Yes.
That's
like
not,
if that happened in America, like that, like
you get a monetary fine.
Yeah. I was much bigger than everyone.
Yes, Aiden is a very tall man.
Aiden's quite the length.
So I'm 6'3"-ish, 6'2".
He's a long
And so
boy.
the average height in Japan is a lot shorter than that. Something like 5'4", 5'3". Or
So
something.
you were a
I'm
giant.
sure it's like- yeah, I was a giant. And
So you stuck out more, just like not only
Yes.
you're white, but you were
Yeah,
tall.
I
so
mean,
you
my
stuck out
parents
more.
could never lose me. I was only there with my mom.
Yeah.
But the other thing about Japan, one more thing, there are no kids. No kids whatsoever. And actually, this is a problem because there is going when the working population turns elderly, they're not going to have anyone to take care of them when they get older. No one to pay Social Security.
And also
No one
that,
to-
but you're also seeing a decline in population.
Right, and you're seeing a decline in population, and the new like up and coming generation isn't preserving that culture anymore because of the digital age.
Okay, here's the thing. The issue is it was kind of an overcorrection because for a while they were actually trying to stop the population.
Well, I mean,
from
in China, that's a huge problem with how big their population is. I mean, they limit the kids, and like now there's like a huge thing about birth control with China because everyone wants to have a boy.
Right,
because the whole thing is
it's illegal to have a girl.
Well, no, it's not illegal, but the whole thing is people want to have boys so that they can pass on their family name.
Right, yes.
And no one wants to have a girl because then your family's going to be forgotten because you can only have one kid.
Right.
It's crazy. But now isn't that sort of backfiring?
So yeah, it's backfiring because it worked so well. Because people, right, we learned that in Apes and how it literally worked so well that the Chinese government is saying, please have more kids. And so in Japan, what they're doing, I think it's Japan, but if it is in Japan, what they're doing is they're asking people to go on vacations, and they're paying people to go on vacations.
Really?
And then they're saying, you can go on this vacation and we'll pay for it, but you have to have sex.
Yeah, exactly.
But you have to have sex. It's like
that's what Europe does too. Because Europe,
to make the
Germany,
population.
they have the exact same problem because everyone's getting older and no one's having kids.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, we're going to make these a lot of times where you don't have to work, but we're still going to pay you. And we hope that you're happy enough at this time so you can get down to business.
We will actually pay you to procreate, please.
Yeah. So
we will leave you alone with the women. We will pay
That's actually what it is.
large sums of money.
It's actually
it
like
sounds
an
like
incentive-based
ridiculous,
system.
but it's completely true.
It's crazy.
I mean,
We don't care what happens. We just need you to have sex here right now.
That's actually what it is. Like it's crazy.
Oh my god, it's
it's crazy. But Japan was great. Food was good. People were nice. The best food was actually the food that the hotel wouldn't take us to.
Really?
It was like street food.
Oh yeah, just like that's like true with like a lot of places. Like hole in the wall places that you wouldn't exactly go to are the best. Like
oh my gosh, the ramen. The ramen was so good. I've never
I
had
hear that the
ramen like there.
ramen in Japan is like what you get in a restaurant here for like half the the quarter of the price.
Crazy. We went to this one sushi restaurant, 3 Michelin star sushi restaurant. Chef Morimoto.
Oh, Hatsumoromoto, yeah.
Not him. No, not the Iron Chef.
Jiro.
But I thought so too. Like,
Was that was the Iron Chef?
I was like, what? He does have.
I know him. He's from the Food Network.
The piece of tuna that I had was like crafted by God himself.
Yes, as most tuna are.
It was so incredible.
Look.
Yeah,
I'm not exaggerating. I needed.
But they sit there and they watch you eat their sushi. Like it's usually like a one-on-one experience.
Yeah,
like
freaking.
And they put the wasabi on it and they put the soy sauce on it before you get it. Like they give it to you.
Because they want you to
This guy has like this system. He's like he takes it and then he rolls it in his hand and then
that's how like sushi chefs.
And he's so good at it now that he doesn't have to look at it anymore.
Yeah, you know, like
you probably do it all blind.
These guys have been doing it for like 20 years. Like you start when you're young and it just becomes your life. Like I watched this documentary on Netflix called Hero Dreams of Sushi. It's like the most like it's the most exclusive like sushi restaurant. Like Barack Obama's been there, and apparently it's like the best sushi like you can ever get.
Yeah.
But like you have to reserve like 3 months in advance, and this guy is like 80 some.
80 pushing 80, pushing
he's like 80 some, and like he has been doing this his entire life, and he said that he actually has dreams of sushi and like how he can make it better and what he can do, and like he has these processes that like he's set in stone, like that are like ways of preparation, like for octopus, like you have to massage it for like a certain amount of like hours and stuff. Like
he's like,
and like he has like a certain person that he goes for fish and has to be a certain quality with all this stuff.
Messes up the audio.
Something.
I'm just.
But like how meticulous he is, and like just like it's so simple, but apparently it's like something so sublime. Like in the end, it's crazy.
Yeah, I think that brings up the idea of like if we give our kids something like when they're babies and we have them do it their like entire childhood, are they gonna like it when they grow up? Like is that all they're gonna know? It's like when you have your kid listen to music for years.
Yeah,
like you give your baby the same type of music to listen. Like if you give them like freaking baby metal, like
baby metal,
or like Japanese K-pop or like
just give them so much K-pop
or J-pop and they grow up like that's all they know. They're gonna love it for the rest of their lives. Or the same thing as with the sushi. Like they grow up like knowing sushi and that's all they know. And so that's
babies can't have no mercury.
I don't know. I think it really depends because I feel like now, maybe back then, what your parents kind of gave you was what you were stuck with. But I feel like now, like as soon as you get older, you're given like so much more opportunities to explore different things.
I was a little chunky baby. Now I'm kind of chunky now. I was a little chub kid. I was like that little chubby kid, honestly.
What was your earliest memory?
My earliest memory? Oh, I think it was when my shoulder got dislocated by my brother and my dad.
That's pain. Pain is the earliest memory.
I think so. I think I remember it. I think I do.
That makes a lot more sense.
I think I remember it. Oh wait, no. I also remember getting hit by a car at 3.
What?
You didn't know that happened?
I didn't know you got hit by a car.
Okay, great story time.
Okay,
so when I was 3 years old, you know how like at St. Edward's, this is like my middle school / elementary school.
Hello,
so it's
alumni. Hello, alumni.
You know how you have like the carnival like fiesta, right? You know they have like that carnival thing that happens.
Yes, I went there freshman year, and then everybody thought I was drunk, and then
no, because you told everyone.
That it was, and it was just worth it.
It was a joke,
hilarious.
and it was
funny. Whatever. Okay, so
you were there.
Yeah. Okay, so I was 3 years old. My brother was going there because like he was in like in kindergarten at the time, probably. So I was there with my mom, and she was walking me back to her car, and she was holding my hand, but I kept trying to get away.
Yeah.
And I managed to somehow break away from her at a certain point, and I bolted into the parking lot. And I bolted straight into the path of this little old lady driving a super like low car, thank God, or else I would have gotten run over. But this little old lady was just going like 20 miles per hour maybe through like the parking lot, and she hits me, and my little chunky toddler body goes flying, and my mom's like, oh my God, and like my mom's like, the old lady was like about to have a heart attack, like she's like, oh my God, I just hit like a toddler. Like, I mean, like, how would you react if you hit like a baby?
If I barely hit a baby, like if I didn't actually hit them, I would get out and I would like scream at the baby.
No,
don't die! Why are you running in front of my car?
No, I agree. I love that.
Yeah,
and then I went to the hospital, but like
did you get slapped by your mom?
No, I was fine. Like there was nothing.
Wow.
There was nothing wrong with me. I didn't even have a bruise
say, like,
on
if
me.
you got slapped by your mom or something, I would be like, oh, well, I mean, you got off easy.
Why would a 3-year-old? Why would you slap a 3-year-old?
It's because you're scared for your child.
Don't ever do that again.
Don't let your father hear about this.
You're not telling your father about this, you little ingrate. No, but when they brought me to the hospital because they were terrified. They thought I might have brain damage or something, which I probably do. Honestly, I'm an idiot. But they brought me, and I was jumping on the hospital bed. Yeah. When the doctor walked in, I was jumping on the hospital bed.
Yeah,
and I was like having fun, and he's like, "This kid got hit by a car," and my parents were like, "Yes!" Like they were terrified for me. And also at the same time, at the time I knew Sophia. Yeah, because like we were friends basically from
Hi,
birth.
Sophia,
Like,
if you're listening.
Yeah, hi Sophia, if you listen to this, or if you even know
or
about
you're
this,
watching the live stream.
or you're watching the live stream. Hello. So she was there, same age as me, of course. She was 3 years old, and she was crying. And meanwhile, I was having a lot of fun because like at the time our families were friends because Reed, my older brother, and Joey, her older brother, were good friends.
Temperature needs to. What? What are you?
I think your phone's overheating, Aiden.
My phone overheat.
This charger might be like a little bit broken as well, so maybe I'm blowing it.
Yeah, your phone is really hot. Mine is just broken.
So we live streaming, and
live stream is over.
Live stream appears to be over, so that was the sneak peek. If you watch the live stream, I should have announced it. We didn't even say what.
Yeah, I know.
Well, yeah, it was just us talking on a couch.
And maybe we'll pop it up later. But Ryan apparently has like a god.
It's like kind of broken.
The God charger.
It barely charges.
It was too much for your puny phone.
You literally have a charger that overheats people's phones.
Yeah, so I almost blew up Aiden's phone. Potato.
Thank you,
even
Steve
Jobs.
Jobs.
Even my phone is kind of hot.
Thank you, Steve
now.
Jobs, for telling me if my phone is too hot because it's like temperature.
Steve Jobs didn't create this phone. He created the other Apple phones, such. Oh, it's
about that like foldable phone.
Oh yeah, there's the foldable. Isn't that Samsung?
Yeah, but that thing like breaks.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, like
the foldable phone that like folds in like the big old thing.
Yeah.
I saw a video where like this guy was like looking at it. He's like, and if you fold the two together, it's about the thickness of two phones. And I'm like,
Wow.
Wow.
What insightful knowledge you have, sir. Just like these two phones, when folded together, is about the thickness of two phones.
It's like Casey Neistat did this.
Yeah, that was Casey
No,
Neistat.
God.
Casey Neistat, yeah.
You've heard Casey Neistat?
Sure. I used to, but
Large nose man.
Yeah, large nose.
there's no. I just think it's funny
as
when
well.
people.
Yeah, it's the Jewish heritage.
I think
Yeah.
it's funny when
Aiden's
people talk about him now.
Aiden's a nice Jewish man.
I'm Jewish. Well, I would say Jewish.
You're a very hairy
Not
Jewish
publicly,
man.
at least. I can't, register as
Well, you're not
as Jewish.
religion.
But I can say chants in Hebrew, and I can probably go Mazel Tov.
Yeah, Mazel Tov.
I mean, like
Shalom.
me and Aiden, we're not Jewish by religion.
Aleichem.
Like when it comes to the Jewish, you're not Jewish by religion, of course. I know that.
I am not.
Yeah, so me and Aiden are Jewish by heritage.
Jewish by heritage probably
Yes.
has a dad. Use your dad's
Yeah,
side.
it's my dad's side too.
Same
yeah.
thing. My dad's side. Yeah, he's
Trevor.
not practicing though. So
Yeah,
it's
no,
not
my mom had my dad convert.
Nice.
I mean,
They had a Catholic
I
marriage.
guess
Sick.
it's not technically like an ethnicity. Right?
Well, it's
No,
not.
it is.
If you're Israeli, I think is like kind of ethnicity. I mean, you're Middle Eastern in a way.
Israeli is Middle Eastern, but Jewish there is a specific ethnicity, Ashkenazi, and I
Oh
don't
yeah,
remember the
yeah.
other
There's
one.
different types of
but
Jews.
there was an area of Europe where the Jewish people became very isolated.
Yeah, there's European
and
Jews.
It gradually became its
I was
own.
European Jew.
There's lots of places. There's lots of Jews.
I'm like
Jews from all
30%
over.
Middle Eastern.
Really?
Yeah. Like, did you know that?
I don't believe that.
You don't?
No.
I'm absolutely serious.
My
I can show you the
grandpa-
ancestry results right
Really?
now.
Okay, well, I don't
Seriously?
know.
My
Yeah.
Jewish grandpa
That's
once tried to
surprising
convince
to
me.
me.
Isn't that weird? That's why I'm so hairy.
Well, yeah, you're hairy as
Oh, yeah.
Aiden is
I'm
one of the,
German. I'm
Aiden's
not
one of the
that
hairiest men I
Oh,
know. Like,
Germans aren't hairy. Germans
Ryan.
are bald.
My grandpa's pretty hairy.
Ryan.
Did
Ryan.
Adolf have a beard?
no, he had a little
Nice
mustache.
hat.
Well, he had
Oh,
a
wait,
big
wait.
mustache.
Should I tell you what freaks me out a little bit? So I am very German by heritage. Both my
Okay.
grandparents are
Yes.
German.
So one day you found an SS helmet in your grandpa's attic, right?
Oh, was this like Wolfenstein? Hey guys, look.
So,
You seen the
so
video?
No.
I shave pretty much every morning,
Right.
and so I didn't realize the steps of how, like, everyone has a way that they shave. You know, like a certain amount of time, like, that they take,
Right.
and the order that they go. And so the way my shave always ends is I start at the sides and I go one side and I go the other side. I do the chin and I always finish off at the mustache. And I realized the way I always finish it is always the last part that I shave is always a Hitler stash. And so I'm like worried that
You're looking in the
subconsciously-
mirror and you're like, he's here.
I'm worried that, like, subconsciously.
This
like,
is what I am now.
yeah, like genetically somehow it's been instilled upon me to shave that way.
No, like
Yeah.
in,
No one
in
ever
your
taught me.
heritage.
Yeah, seriously. I've resorted because I'm so like hairy, like on my face, on my freaking everywhere. It's like, but usually on my face, what I do, like in November, right? I grow out my beard.
Yes, that was fun.
Yeah.
But I have to shave so frequently that I've stopped. Like I tried using a normal razor. Bad
Gillette,
because
best
I
way you can get.
bad 5 blades.
Jeez.
I've got 5 blades now.
We're going to 5 blades.
Okay, no. So I tried to use a regular razor, and it didn't work out for me because it was like bad razor burn. Then I switched to a safety razor, which are like, it's not like a straight razor, but a safety razor. They use like an actual razor blade, and then they put it in.
Yeah,
like
a one blade.
Tried to use that. That worked better, like to prevent, because I stopped shaving on my neck, like because that's where I was getting the razor burn.
That hurts. I know
I
that way. You
shaving
can
on my
see
neck.
it, all the red dots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do that because I have a baby face.
So
Griffin, me and Aiden are some of the very few
These
people
two
we
are
know
men. I am
who
but a
grow-
boy in their
who-
presence.
Who grow facial hair. Like, not too many other people we know do that.
I grow
yeah,
hair
it's
on the
very
places.
uncommon to find nowadays, but I think that guys are going to get a lot older looking in this next like year or two.
Guys,
I mean, I still need to go through a growth spurt, honestly. Like, I'm supposed
you'll get it.
I'm supposed to be taller than my brother. Right now, I'm like 5'11".
Maybe that's it.
I'm 5'10", 5'11"
Maybe that's
right
it,
now.
Griffin.
Maybe.
Maybe that's it.
What do you mean?
That's it.
maybe you're stuck.
I
Maybe
hate
you're stuck.
That's
I
okay.
just slapped
It's okay.
Aiden.
I'm
No,
stuck.
I'm supposed to be taller than my brother. He's about like 6'1", like and a half maybe. I'm supposed to be like 6'3" or some crap, I guess.
Yeah.
What would you do if I was taller than you one day, Aiden?
Nothing.
I'd give you a high five.
Yeah, and be like, good job.
I hate you.
Good
so
job.
I don't know what else there is to do.
Yeah,
I'd
like,
probably,
what do you do, fight
yeah,
him?
you're
Like,
like,
yeah.
okay,
What would you do
let's-
if Barack Obama tried to take all the bread in your pantry?
Barack Obama?
I would let him, dude. He's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy.
But
Michelle?
only the sourdough.
Michelle's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd let him.
Would you let him take all your sourdough?
Yeah.
I feel like this is a euphemism for something. But
No, it's not. It's not. This is just a random thought that came into my mind.
What does it mean? What is it?
What if Dwayne The Rock Johnson tried to steal all your Velveeta shells and cheese? And he said, "This is what The Rock is cooking now."
Okay, wait. Shaving. You're saying my beard.
Aiden has a
at
lot of
this
trouble
point,
here.
I have a lot of trouble now.
So what do you use?
I shave like once a week or like a
See,
few
I
times,
shave every
a few
day.
times a week. Yeah, but if I shave every day,
It would help you. It would help you.
It wouldn't. No,
Trust-
not
no,
if I
trust
shave
me.
every day.
Trust me.
Because I swear, it's like it's bad.
It just grows back.
My skin is so sensitive,
Really?
and so now I don't even use any razor. I use a buzz, like a
Oh
razor,
yeah.
a buzz razor.
Like
and
a
then
trimmer.
and then I
something.
just trim like really close to my skin, and I always have scruff, and that's it. And
Yeah,
I'm
that's
with
okay.
that.
That's okay. Yeah.
And you never
okay.
get in trouble for that. do
Yeah,
you?
exactly. Like I never get in trouble for the scruff, and I think the deans have understood that
you are a hairy man.
I'm a hairy guy.
Yeah,
Dude, in
I'm
college, you
talking
should just
first-
grow it out as much as possible. I want to see that.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it over the summer. This summer.
Do you want to do that though? That's the thing.
grow a beard?
Like that to like its
Yeah.
full extent.
Yes,
Dude,
absolutely.
have a big old beard and then
That
grow out
sounds
the little
awesome.
curls
I
on
think
the
that
sides.
Supposedly, it's a lot of maintenance. Like it's a
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I
you
heard.
can
Corners
grow
in the
a
fields.
huge beard and just grow like the little like curls on the sides, and then you can be a nice little Jewish boy.
So I told you about this a while back. My plan for the future is when we're out of this school where our facial hair is limited by disciplinary.
By Catholicism.
Yes, exactly. That
Jesus had a beard.
It'll be around Christmas time. Me and the buddies who have beards will go out to a forest. We'll chop down a Christmas tree with finely sharpened axes, and then shave our beards with that axe. And
that sounds great.
Yeah, I think that's like the epitome of manliness, right?
No,
there.
I think that is manliness.
Yeah, and so that's my goal.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to a special segment of the podcast. It's called "Let's Look in Aiden's Wallet."
No, don't go in my wallet. There's not actually that much.
There's half a peanut in here.
There is
Why is
half
there
a
half a
peanut.
peanut?
That-
Why is there half a peanut in
that
your
is
wallet? Why are you this Aiden?
That's
You
like
don't know what
the-
that's
from.
from.
Like the third Pirates of the Caribbean.
No, that's the Japanese peanut. We got it from No, it's really good.
All right, guys, I'm gonna read off Aiden's credit
Aiden?
card number. All right, it's
Wait, don't do that. Actually, wait.
It's 434.
I apologize for anyone who's wearing headphones that we just destroyed their
Yeah,
hearing.
sorry, that was bad. Give me my wallet. I have to bring up a topic.
Why? What?
I need to find out whether it's proper to pay on the first date.
On the first date,
Because
yeah.
we were just talking about manliness.
Yes.
Well, I mean, yeah, of course. I
Well,
mean-
here, Griffin, you go.
Okay,
Your take
so
first.
this is my take. Well, I mean, it's sort of just like what's become the norm now. I mean, like you're expected to, like as a man, you're expected to pay on the first date. It's just sort of like what is considered to be proper. So like, I don't think that's gonna change anytime soon, really. But on the first date, I feel like it's sort of a necessity. I mean, well, not really a necessity, but like what is really expected of you. So I don't think that there's really anything else you can do.
Where that started. Where that was.
I
well,
think
I mean,
it just goes back
friggin-
to medieval
It
days.
goes back to chivalry. By living, I shall
Like
pay
King
for thy
Arthur.
mutton.
Yes.
It's King Arthur.
King Arthur, you're a piece of garbage.
So Griffin's take is, yes, it's fine, and this has been an institutionalized thing since the Middle Ages.
we can't really go against it. I mean, second date is something else. Like, I mean, maybe the first couple you pay, but like after that, just if like they offer.
What if you
and
just
pay.
don't go to something where you have to pay?
I mean, that's always an option. That could
That's
always be
true,
fun. I mean, if it's just like a date, like you just like hang out at the beach or something, that's always fun. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, I've dated girls that are very like independent and like self-righteous and like standing up for
Self-righteous.
their race and or not their race, but their gender and they insist. Like they are very, very serious about paying for their own things.
Really?
Sure, never mind. Actually, I won't get into it.
Well,
I'm
I've
just
dated.
familiar with the woman you've
Yeah,
dated.
well, I've dated a girl
Yes.
in the past, and she was very persistent on it. She was very serious. Like we went to not Solgave, it was the Mexican place at the beach. We were gonna go there.
I don't remember.
La Serena.
La Serena, there
We
we
go to
go.
La Serena, and we were standing in line, and this girl is right behind me, and I'm going to pay, and we got I got like a quesadilla because I get a quesadilla every time, and I got like the peanut butter cookie that I always get, and their peanut butter cookies are bomb.
Mm-hmm.
And I take out my wallet, and she like does like this like football move around me, and she whips out her wallet.
She
and
tackles you.
tries to pay, and then I'm like, no. This is my gift to
My
you.
treat.
And then I take out my phone or my wallet and I pay, and my card gets declined. So she pays, and
Wow.
and I don't know whether to be embarrassed by that or not. Like I don't know whether.
I mean, you can be a little embarrassed because you insisted on paying and then your card got. I mean, that's almost a Seinfeld moment. I feel like no, I am paying and that is final, and then cards decline. I mean, that's an interesting moment. Like in that situation, I think it's okay to be a little embarrassed.
Yeah.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
At the same
It's just
time,
kind of funny. But
at the same time, I feel like you gotta make a joke out of it. Like the next time you're out with her, if you do go out another time, you just be like, this time it won't get declined. I mean, freaking.
Exactly.
I mean, in the end, you gotta have fun with these little mistakes that happen here and there.
Yeah.
So,
But
Aiden's
At
take
least,
is.
I mean, you can say you tried.
Hey, say your point of view because I'm a little.
My point of view is that if a girl at this point, now that this has happened to me, I think it's God like speaking to me and saying you gotta let it happen.
Let it happen.
So I think that if I ask a girl out,
then you pay.
then I pay.
Yes.
Yeah, and if she asks you out, then you pay.
Yeah,
That's how it should
I
be.
think that's
That's
fair.
how it should be. And if it's anything else, I mean, like obviously you go to a dance with somebody, you ask them if you want to go to a dance. That's a little different. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, like for winter formal, like if a girl asks you, she pays for your ticket. I mean, that's sort of how it goes.
yeah. I mean, well, I don't know about that.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I don't know about that. That's
well, like
fine.
that's what's like I've heard at least is supposed to.
Well, I
happen.
think that can happen sometimes, but again, those are like freaking $200 tickets.
Yeah, true. Well, it depends.
Nah,
It depends on the price of the
It
ticket.
depends how quickly you ask.
Okay, well, what about in other terms? Like, what other chivalrous things do guys do to girls?
Open doors.
Okay. I've been talking to girls about this.
Opening doors.
Yeah, right. Like, that's like a chivalrous.
Is that weird or not?
Not a
No, I think it's perfectly nice, and not just for anyone.
Okay.
You know, strangers.
So. Is it creepy to say this list of words? Okay, I'm gonna list off some words, and you guys have to tell me if it's like
Okay.
weird.
Sure.
First word,
Alright,
moist.
first word. You call them like a friend of yours moist.
You look moist today.
I would just be like, that's Griffin.
That's Griffin and screaming. Yeah, you don't even have to like hear his voice.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. First one.
That's why I'm single.
Okay.
First
here
one.
we go. Okay.
Honey.
It depends. It's not creepy. It depends.
If you
if you're saying it and when you
Is
don't
it
have
a-
like that type of relationship with that
Like
person,
you're just friends with them.
no, that's weird.
That's weird.
that's weird.
A little bit.
Like you go walk by the hall, you go see them, you go, "Hey, honey."
No.
Yeah.
No,
It's a little
that's
creepy.
weird.
That's strange.
Yeah.
Okay, we're 1 to 10. We'll rank these on 1 to 10.
Okay.
On a
So
scale of creepiness, I'd say that's like a 9 or an 8.
It's a 9.
I would say 6.
Dang.
I would
That's
say
I'd
pretty-
say 6.
That's pretty creepy.
I mean, it's not like they're gonna freak out.
I just be like,
Okay,
hey
moving
there,
on.
hon.
I'd be like, yeah, that's a little strange.
How about
Seems strange to me.
Yeah. How about just hunt?
Hun or honey? Just
That's
sounds-
what are you from the 50s? Like,
Yeah.
what's going on? Like,
Yeah, right.
I was
You
just be like,
calling for your
okay.
wife now? Hun, the kids are outside. I need the kids in here.
It's
Yeah.
It's not so much that it's creepy. It's more weird. Why are you talking this way?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
no one talks.
Okay,
this
then
way.
what
Yeah, no one
about?
talks
Okay,
like
next
this.
one. Would you rate that like a 7? Is that more?
Hun, yes,
Hun
like a
is-
7.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
What about babe?
Babe.
So someone that you're
hey,
not
babe.
in a relationship with?
Oh, just saying this to your friends. This is what you're
this is
asking.
just a friends.
Yes, like Max Montoya babe moment.
Oh, what a weirdo.
Well,
Okay,
if
no.
you're saying it to
Love you,
guys,
Max, if you were listening to this.
if you're saying to guys, then it's like whatever, you know. It's like
It's like
Yeah,
whatever.
I walk up to like some of my friends and go, "What's up, babe?"
yeah, it's
Like
like
I walk up to
that's just
Brandon
something
during
you- that's
witnessing,
something
I'm
you
like,
gauge.
What's up, babe? Want to change the waist?
that's something you gauge in a friendship is how.
Yeah, I mean,
But if you
like-
say it to a girl,
People like to a
it's
girl.
a
it's-
little inappropriate.
I feel like
number.
I would
girls-
say it's like a solid 7.
Solid 7.
in my
Yeah,
mind,
we
I feel like girls will take things like that and maybe analyze it. I don't
do.
know.
Yeah, they think about what about baby?
It almost seems a little condescending to say babe.
Yeah, it sounds. If
Yeah,
you're not in a
yeah.
relationship like that and you say something like that, it sounds like you're almost sort of demeaning.
Yeah, sort of. But is baby different?
Baby
Baby's
and
different.
baby are.
Baby
like,
is creepy.
Baby
It's
is
very
creepy.
creepy. I would
baby
agree.
is very creepy. That's.
I would still say like a solid 7. You know.
Still a solid 7. Same? Really?
Yeah, maybe an 8, but like nothing's like putting me. Nothing
That's
that you
a
said
9
is putting
in
me.
our
Okay,
Okay,
less
heritage.
weird. What about sugar?
Sugar
Is
is
sugar?
sugar is weird. Oh my god.
I would put that at like a 4.5.
What would you do if
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
what would
say
you do if
that.
you were?
We can't pull that
What
off.
would you do if
us
you were a
three.
woman and your boss called you sugar or honey or something?
See,
like
that's different though. That's your boss. I'm talking about like if I said this to freaking any girl at our school. Like if I was passing through the halls and I was like, "Hey, sugar."
So wait, no.
Not passing through the halls, but they come up to me and they say something. And I go, hey,
like if
sugar.
you say it like funnily, but like if you're actually being legitimate.
Hey, sugar. Hey, what is it? Show me say it in a serious tone, like what you would say.
Well, I wouldn't
Hey,
say
sugar.
you can't.
It would always be a joke. It would
Hey,
always be
sugar.
like a sweets thing you say. How about sweets?
Sweets. That's so weird. That's
Sweets?
not-
That's not misogynistic.
People
to
don't
say
even
that.
call each other sweets.
No one
Yeah.
calls that's not even something
maybe there are
anyone
people.
has said ever.
I can't speak for everyone, but
No one has ever said
Sweets.
that.
I think people say sweets.
No.
Hey, sweets.
no one
What's
says
sweetie?
Sweetie? Yeah, people say sweetie.
What a sweetheart. What if you say
That's
sweetie?
okay too. Actually,
Sweetheart,
I
it
think
depends on how close you are to the person. I mean,
Actually, sweetheart seems a little condescending.
sweetheart, maybe
Well,
condescending. I mean,
a little bit, yeah.
depends on like who you're talking to. Like if I could like go up to like one of my friends and be like, "Sweetheart, you mind picking that up for me?"
No, you couldn't.
No, yeah.
No, like no, not I'm not talking about females. I'm talking about males right now. If I talk to people, like one of my friends is a guy, and I'd be like,
I don't think you
"What's
could
up,
do that
sweetheart?"
either. I think that'd be
No,
weird.
I could go up to Logan and be like, "What's up, sweetheart?" and be like, "Oh, what's up, babe?"
yeah.
Like me and Logan.
It's such a different dynamic.
I have weird dynamics with people. That's what I think. With football players in general, like we all are. Well, not all of us, but like at least with my group of like friends, like when we talk, we are strange.
It's a cult.
I mean,
it's a cult.
It's called.
I mean, you can gauge how strange we are by like me and Patrick.
Yes.
Yes.
That's great. That's awesome. I think that's all the words that I have.
That's all the words that you were thinking of.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Okay. Weirdest word, creepiest word, mommy.
Oh God!
Sup, mama?
Stop!
See,
this
that's like you can't even bring
conversation
that up.
over.
Like that
Tommy.
word.
Mommy.
Oh wait! Is that a segue that I see?
Oh.
Do you guys want to hop on the segue with me?
I want to go.
All right, I'm turning the keys. We're hopping on a segue.
I hate this bit. Let's stop this.
Probably get a second.
All right.
Mall cops on segways are gods.
Paul Blart is back.
We just landed on Paul Blart 2 Mall Cop.
Paul Blart 3 does 9/11 again.
Oh my gosh.
Bush didn't do 9/11. Paul Blart did.
So I was recently I was walking around, the city in which I live, and I see someone is wearing a shirt that
This is
says,
San Clemente, right?
yes.
Okay.
Someone's wearing a shirt that said Bush did 9/11. Like it's a very like auspicious like
Very
white,
obvious.
yes, white
Well,
T-shirt.
if anything, Dick Cheney did 9/11.
anyway, but I was
Dick
just like,
Cheney was the real mastermind.
I didn't really say
everything.
anything to this person. I'm just like, why are you wearing this? Like, what are you
Like
hoping?
you're in your head, you're like,
Well, because I'm like,
I'm
what are
just
you
curious
hoping?
as to why. a person
Yeah,
would
what
wear
are you
this.
hoping to get out of wearing this?
Is this
shirt?
just like a meme type thing? Do you not mean this, and you're seeing if people like get a reaction
like
to
is
this,
it
or
ironic?
or do you actually believe this?
That's why I was like curious about it. Like, okay, I'll accept it. You
I'm
know,
still
you
like
do you.
I'm still quite befuddled that people think that that's actually a thing. Honestly,
yeah, it's a little weird. These conspiracy theories that come up.
conspiracy theories are weird in general.
They're fun.
People take so much and put things together that like don't seem like they belong.
Did you already hear about how Facebook does their like removal of like bad photos and videos?
No.
There is this process that they go through. They
Oh,
hire
yes.
people and they pay them, right? They pay them $12 an hour or like $11 an hour, and then they hire them and they have them come into the Facebook office and they work these long hours, like 8 hours. And all their job is, they go in, they sit down at a desk where there's one computer, they look at it, and they press play, and it's just videos and photos and videos, and it's like video and photo after video and photo, and they're just going through and checking to make sure
And
that
that's their whole
everything
job.
accepts with the terms.
Well, the
and
bad thing
conditions.
is that Facebook, largely used by foreign populations these days,
Right.
And so Facebook has
Lately.
largely become a funnel for hate speech.
Hate speech, bad videos of people like beheadings and
Yes.
Really?
yes,
Yes.
and so
Very
Well,
bad.
Twitter's
Yeah.
just like when it comes to social media, like Twitter just seems like a bunch of just people just like arguing and crap. I mean, like,
Yeah,
it seems like it's just a lot.
it's
of
just
hate.
everyone kind of giving up their opinion on
Like a
this.
Twitter
Socratic
just seems,
seminar.
Twitter just
Yeah,
seems,
exactly.
Twitter just seems like a platform where people just spew crap that just like you don't need to
They're
hear.
like birds, okay, but like the gross birds, like freaking crows.
Snapchat's fine with me because like you can just pick and choose and stuff.
Yeah, and if you say anything that's controversial, you were getting beat down. Like you're getting
You're getting beat down.
Yeah.
So
So
did you ever see like apparently like some girls from our school like got drunk or something and like said the N-word on like a Snapchat story and got out?
I believe that, but it's not like that's anything new. That's
No,
like,
no, but like it's like a
That was
bunch.
me and
Of,
Griffin Saturday
Yeah, like,
night.
no, but, like they were like immediately like it was like a huge like reaction and all this stuff. Like I'm not saying it was an overreaction.
Yeah.
But it's amazing how fast stuff spreads nowadays because of social media.
Yeah, it's crazy. Stuff spreading rumors.
Yes, we'll talk about that later. Anyway, well, not.
I think I might actually have to head out.
You might have to head out.
I might have to ditch
Well,
early.
we could end the podcast now.
Yeah, we could.
I mean, 54 minutes, 55 minutes isn't
Yeah,
that
that's
bad.
great.
All right, let's end this with an ad read.
No, unfortunately, we haven't got any companies yet.
Just kidding. No one loves us. We're
It's
broke.
okay. You know, we're gonna find someone to sponsor you guys. I can reach out.
All right.
Aiden's in a suit right now. He's a little business.
He is in a
businessman.
I am.
Aiden is extremely well dressed too,
Yes.
and
Oh,
I
he's
am
looking
extremely
dapper.
impressed.
Looking sexy.
But
Yeah.
yes, we are going to go attend Aiden's mother's second wedding.
I need to go. I need to go home right now.
No, we're
because-
attending Aiden's mother's second wedding.
No, actually, let me actually just tell this because I think this might be something good for the podcast.
Okay.
So I need to go home right now because my mother needs help with my dog Maggie. She's
Airbud.
Yeah, she's airbud. Okay, so the deal with Maggie is, we were playing one day, outside, and all of a sudden she just like stopped moving. Like she started hobbling on her leg.
We've talked about this in the first podcast.
No, I don't think we did.
Yeah, I
It's like
remember
SpongeBob.
No, we did not.
that your dog is hobbling now.
No.
Oh,
what
okay,
happened is,
There's more.
what happens? We found out. We took her to the vet, and it turns out her knee was dislocating.
Okay, there we go.
We kept dislocating and popping back into place. So what we had to do was she had to get surgery to get it fixed. So now she's at home. They shaved like her back leg and like her hip, it's all shaved now, and she's got a big old cone on her head, and it's way too big for her. But like the other ones that they had, like the other size was too small because it was for tiny dogs.
Whenever
'Cause
she looks up,
She's just like an in between size. So now like she needs help walking and like going outside and stuff. And my mom's super paranoid because like we saw a coyote that's been walking around the back, and since Maggie's really weak, she can't.
I've
really
already
do
talked
anything.
about coyotes. I don't actually know if they do anything.
They don't. They're
They don't.
useless. They're
I
pests.
during
honestly.
my night runs, I see them all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Coyotes are like mosquitoes. They're
like
just
dogs.
like they don't.
Yeah,
have
they're
purpose.
they're just like emaciated and sad and like, oh, I want to go pet you. You look funny.
No, they're little jerks. They're little jerks who kill tiny dogs.
Yeah, they do that.
That's sad.
Anyway, your dog.
So Maggie's just like it is just a chore. I mean, it takes at least 2 people to get her into like her crate at night. I mean, we had to buy like this little like fence type thing to keep her from like trying to run around, just because like she can't really be walking right now, and even if she tries to like run, she's off her leg and she might slip. Cause like, we have hardwoods in my house downstairs,
Yeah.
and like she slips. Like when she was fine, she would like sprint around. She'd like drift. She's just like Tokyo drift. No, she would actually drift. She'd like run alright and start to go around the corner, and her back legs would like go
I think
around.
we brought it full circle. Tokyo Drift, Japan.
Totally.
All right, this has been the Dysfunctional Podcast,
And
Thank you for listening.
I'm going to go to court to settle my.
Thank you for
Divorce.
I actually might need to go to
having
court
us.
for. I might need to appear before a judge for a speeding ticket, so that's nice.
Wow. Okay.
What?
Well,
Oh,
we
yeah.
have lots of legal issues to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
I
do.
killed 15 men in Ohio in the month
thank
of
you.
January.
Aiden, thank you for coming on.
You bet.
Honestly,
Aiden, thank you. This has been a great time.
Yeah.
You need to come back.
Eventually.
Oh,
First,
yeah.
you guys should get Aiden Aussie on so we can get you guys better microphones.
Yes. All right, you come on. You insult the podcast.
You come
Get
on.
out of here. Get out of here.
podcast and you insult
All right. Goodbye. Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen.